Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies, gentlemen, we will conduct this session with English. Please kindly introduce. My name is Nandar from Kareem International. We are export aggregator from Indonesia. This event happened because of the help from Indonesian Embassy in Nairobi. Thank you very much to the embassy, represented by Mr. Aji, our diplomat. Pak Aji, makasih banyak Pak Aji. Okay. So, what is the event about? This is actually, we call it pre-event, Mr. Tito Madamiriti. Yes. The pre-event means, so the main event is 7 on 8 September on the D-Days. D-Days means 7 on 8, we will still have another after days of the D-Days. Of the event. What is the event about? The event is a Kareem hybrid trade show in Nairobi. Allow me to take 3 or 5 minutes to explain what is even about. We know that many potential business in Africa with Indonesia. Apparently, I visited Africa for the first time 2007. It is to Nairobi. So I have to say I'm impressed to stay in Nairobi. And for you in Kenyan, you can call me not Istanda, you can call me Katana, because I was all the guy, and I was serving to British American Tobacco, okay? Yes. And he said, Istanda, you're supposed to be in jail. You're supposed to be in criminal behind the bar. What happened? Because you have only one word name. I said, your name is only Standard. That's criminal. Oh yeah. Then yeah. I'm scared, and then I said, it's normal in Indonesia. Not normal in here, man. So what has happened? They bring me to Carnivore restaurant. We have a good party in Carnivore, and then baptize me there as a Katana. So everybody in Kenya know me Standard Katana. So that's why but I love the situation. I love the way we do the approaching each other's. 2007 March, I visited March or April, my first time to Africa and to Nairobi, and then after that month, I visited 7 other African countries. I don't know how many times, but the country is 7. And I can say 70% of it is because of Kenyan influence. Yes, excellent. I have to say to you, all the Indonesians, it's because of Kenyan influence. If the guy will not very busy, Mr. Martin Mutura will join us later. So Martin Mutura, I will mention the name, Martin Mutura, Jospat Wanjagi, Sam, I forget the same name. Michael Omuchilo. So the way, I have to say to all Indonesian here, the way Kenyan influencing me to enter another market is very simple. During a dinner, during a lunch meeting, official meeting in Carnivore. Just yes. Isn't that? Have you go to DRC? Not yet sure. Let me try to contact you with DRC guy. Hey, where did you buy this plastic? From Europe. Forget the Europe guy and go to Indonesia. The Indonesian guy in front of me now. So only like that. And next 3 months I'm supplying to DRC. That's very simple, and I was stunning. No hard presentation, no one so-called business presentation, Mr. Tito. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Very influencing. So that's why when we do we do our small company Kareem, we said to Indonesian to government that actually the potential to Africa is very big. Every country in Africa is very unique. Okay, Nigeria is unique point, South Africa is unique point, but I think for Indonesian, the way Indonesian do business, the way Indonesian are friendly, you have to go to Nairobi first. And the cultures, the weather is good for you. And for simple for me, when you want to do export, when you want to be a real exporter to Africa, you have to landing on the place that you will love to come again and again and again. The place called Nairobi.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so now during pandemic, the business gets stuck. The expos that we know last 2 years before pandemic will be no longer exist. I believe if I invite Mr. Tito to go an expo, you will think twice. Yes, you are vaccinated, but what about the other guy? So the scare will be there. I mean, I think in next 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, it will remain the same. So I believe the normal expo that what we know last 2 years will be no longer exist. Yeah. Today in Jakarta, this morning in Jakarta time, I have a very good lecturing from BCA, Vice President of BCA Indonesian. I think BCA sekarang paling besar ya, the biggest brand in Indonesia, say that you have to admit that the world is changing after the pandemic. Changing, so many business will be changing. Okay, so in our export business, no longer offline expo. Gentlemen, ladies, last year, I think there are a moment that the export practitioner trying to find what is the replacement activity of the offline expo. Yeah. Not only Indonesia, not only Kenya, in all over the world. And some of them going to hybrid expo. Virtual expo, virtual first. So I think the things coming to surface is virtual. Virtual mean you are doing online and you're doing a very good lighting. You have a very good camera, and then you can shoot my cup, and you love my cup, and you will purchase it. So the influencing by the virtual. And I have a very good lesson from Mercedes-Benz marketing. I think you can find on YouTube. I'm not remember whether it's the vice president, or I mean the management of Mercedes-Benz, or analysis, or the consultant. The word is very simple. From the Mercedes gentleman is saying, if the expo is going virtual, we are influencing people to buy our products because of virtual, by the lighting, by the camera. So the standard for this is the Hollywood industry. How you influencing people only by your storyboard, and then they purchase. The standard is the Hollywood industry. And you know how much to produce 1 minute in Hollywood movie? It's damn expensive. So he said, forget about it. It's not in virtual. The next expo after the pandemic is not virtual. Then we discussed, and literally we said, it's very simple. It's going to be hybrid. Hybrid is a brand name. I mean, the marketing man. For me, hybrid is simple. If I knew Mr. Tito before, I can send my cookies to Mr. Tito last month. And you can open it now. I can put on my package, do not open until we are online. Right? So I can see how you open these boxes. These are samples which is sent to you. I can see why you open this by tears or by knife. So I can understand the way the other cultures opening my product. So that's what we call hybrid. We send the sample first, and that the participants that have interest to do the business, it's not mandatory whether they want to buy or not, because in Expo, but they can check the sample, see the sample, test the sample. So this is the concept of hybrid. So we don't want to spend so many capital on the so damn good camera, blah, 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 because it doesn't need it. And also it will consume many of your gigabyte, and what happened to Mr. Tito will happen again. I cannot logging in. I cannot logging in. So the hybrid Expo concept is very simple for us. We send the sample, you take the sample, you test it, you touch it, and then the sample owners, the manufacturing, can say it and can give the feedback. So this is the concept from us, from the private. Thank you very much. This concept was supported by our government, Pak Haji, the Indonesian Embassy, because for this concept, Mr. Tito, Madam Miriti, for sure we need a place.
Yes.
I cannot sending sample to Nairobi, but I don't know to where, right? So thank you very much to Indonesian Embassy in Nairobi. We sent sample already. Now in the water, sirs, ladies, we have in the water around half container. Coffee, tea, fashion, handicraft, building materials, okay. And then we also, now we are organizing by air freight next 2 weeks. So this is the concept of event. You can take the sample, you can test the sample, you can touch the sample, and then we do business. Okay, so that's the concept of the event, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have a do pre-event. We will talk about coffee. In humble for you, it is a very important event for me, pre-event for me, because coffee is at least, if I'm not mistaken, number 2 or maybe number 3, the commodity selling in the world after oil.
Yeah.
So, but in the coffee industry, if we have to admit ourselves, the one who enjoy the money is not us who are producing the coffee.
No.
Right, Mr. Tito?
Yes, correct.
The one who enjoying the money is European, Paris, Italian, but it's not our intention to just protesting, mumbling, ever. What we can do, let's do together. Let's do together what we can do. Mr. Tito, from what we see in Indonesia in last 10 years, there are shifting in the Indonesian cultures that the young men, Indonesian young men, now get the course of to be barista. I have to say like that. Many Indonesian young men love to take his to spend their extra time to learn about barista, to get a barista course. It is different compared to 1990s when I have a free time. Maybe I will take the course to learn music. I will take a course to go English course, whatever it is, computers. But now the young men, Indonesia young men, they want to be the barista. So there's a potential. On February, we have a very good conversation with Ambassador Atmasu from Ethiopia. Then the ambassador said to me, Iskandar, in coffee, if we discuss about the green bean, we are selling both to Europe and the US, we are fighting. In Ethiopia, Indonesia, and we are fighting. You are selling at one price, and then I'm selling a cheaper price. If we are selling as a green bean. But if we are looking, if we are changing the situation, if we are selling to the coffee shop owners, we're supposed to be collaborating. Because in coffee shop owner, correct me if I'm wrong after this, your session, Mr. Tito, to introduce yourself. As coffee shop owners, you will never purchase the same bean for one container.
No, you won't.
Never.
Yes.
Never. You must have a different bean on the small portion, 20 kg, 200 kg. So this is need. This is a need to be to get from many sources and managed by one guy with professional one. So this is what I see in coffee. And now we also have Indonesian young, as I said to you, to be barista. And I said to our government, why don't we introduce this young man to go to Nairobi, to go to Addis Ababa, and try to promote and try to help. If I have to say, try to find a job as barista at Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's good for young men, right? Try to get a barista in Nairobi, and maybe, and then I will also invite the Kenyan to come to Jakarta. We have to mix with others.
Yes.
So this is the concept, Mr. Tito.